ends without a scratch. And of course, you know the last one is going to be very dramatic and tense. So it's got actually a pretty good cast. It's got young Harry Connick Jr. Let's see, that's him. And he does sing in this. He sings Danny Boy. It's really sweet. It's also got Sean Astin. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, you'll know him as Samwise Gamgee, but he's been in other things as well. And then the other big name is, Billy Zane. I wanted to call him Cal Hockley because he was in Titanic as Cal Hockley, so that's him right there with the mustache. It's a really good movie. So if you're looking for a good war movie, Memphis Belle. It's one that's not as well known as films like Saving Private Ryan and Tora 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 and things like that. So the Memphis Belle is definitely a good one to watch. And I'm trying to find a place for these. I'm trying a new filming setup. We recently rearranged our bedroom, which has given me much more space. And by we, I mean me. Because my fiance is out of town this week. And we did this all yesterday. So it was mostly me. So I'm trying this out. We'll see how good it works. My next movie is actually 3. It's the Back to the Future trilogy. I'm a huge time travel nerd. I love the show Quantum Leap. I love Back to the Future. When I was a kid, I watched these constantly. And the third one was my favorite because it took place in the Wild West. But now I would have to say the first one has become my favorite. Mostly because I'm really interested in the culture of the 50s and that era. So, Back to the Future. Of course, I'm sure most of you know the Back to the Future story. Stars Michael J. Fox as the main character. Wow. The Mac camera is reversed and it confused me. Anyway, Marty McFly is Michael J. Fox, and then Emmett Brown is Christopher Lloyd. When we were in Universal Studios 2 years ago in Orlando, in Florida, we went for the Harry Potter theme park, but we went to the main Universal park as well, and they had someone dressed up as Doc Brown and standing outside the DeLorean, so we were pretty excited about that. Let's see it. Some of these are kind of embarrassing, I have to admit, but I accept the fact that I like embarrassing movies. And this is one of the embarrassing ones. It's National Treasure. And it's embarrassing for me because I am a historian. I work in museums for a living. So, this is kind of embarrassing, especially since my graduate thesis was on early American history. And I studied the Revolution, and particularly women's history and gender history in early America. So this is kind of embarrassing for me if you look at it from a historical perspective. But from an entertainment perspective, this was in The Hangover. So it's an adventure movie, and Nicolas Cage is searching for a treasure buried by the founding fathers, and he steals the Declaration of Independence because he thinks there's a map on the back, and he's racing against Sean Bean and the law to try and find the treasure before the evil Sean Bean finds it. I like it, and I'm not sorry. Hopefully some of my other film choices will make up for the crappy ones. Sorry, I'm having tea. I got a new tea kettle, and I'm excited about it. And I really wanted tea last night, but it was too hot, so it's cooled down a little bit outside. So I'm taking advantage of that. Enjoying my tea while I sit here and talk to my virtual friends. So the next film is Sabrina. Audrey Hepburn. I love her. My favorite Audrey Hepburn film, of course, is Breakfast at Tiffany's. But obviously, because I wanted to make a movie with it, I couldn't find it. I watched it recently, so I think it's probably just got shuffled in with other video game cases and things like that. But this also has Humphrey Bogart, who I also adore. Sabrina is the daughter of one of the employees of the oh god, I haven't watched this in so long. Larrabee brothers, who are played by William Holden and Humphrey Bogart, and she ends up turning into this beautiful woman, and she falls in love with William Holden. But she also ends up falling in love with Humphrey Bogart, and he ends up falling in love with her, and the two brothers fight over her, and eventually she ends up with Bogey. They did a remake of this movie in the 90s with Harrison Ford. I refuse to watch it. I will never see it. I will never watch it. Just, no. So yeah, this is definitely one of those romantic, wonderful Audrey Hepburn movies. I love her. Oh, this is a good one. My fiance's family is Sicilian, so I've been sort of indoctrinated into the mafia film genre over the last 5 years since we've been together, so this has become one of my favorites. Goodfellas, based on a true story. It's got Ray Liotta, who I could take or leave. I mean, he's good in this movie, but Robert De Niro. I love Robert De Niro. I actually got to see him live when we went to a filming of The Daily Show. He was the guest, so that was awesome. Sadly, his interview was kind of boring, but I don't care, he's still awesome. And then, of course, Joe Pesci, or as my generation knows him as the bad guy from Home Alone. So, it's also got Paul Sorvino. And I cannot remember the woman's name. Yeah, Lorraine Bracco. I don't know. But I'm sure some of you have heard the line. Ever since I can remember, I've always wanted to be a gangster. That's from Goodfellas. And it's pretty awesome. Awesome movie. Oh, it's also got, oh god, Michael Imperioli. He's in it for like 5 minutes. He gets whacked. Oh, but I love him. And he was, of course, on The Sopranos. He's one of my favorite actors ever. I love Michael Imperioli. Okay, now, next. This is another embarrassing one. I'm ashamed to admit that I like this movie. The Patriot. It's got Mel Gibson and Heath Ledger and Jason Isaacs, who is Lucius Malfoy in the Harry Potter films. Historically, forget about it. You're not going to get a scholarly discussion about this movie. I mean, you could, but you're not going to want to reference it in a paper. But it's really good. It's been out for, 12 years. Ooh, God, I feel old. But it follows Benjamin Martin and his family who live in South Carolina. South Carolina actually saw the most action out of all of the colonies during the American Revolution. And of course, it's a tearjerker. Okay, next. I love Mel Brooks. We just watched The Producers again the other night, the musical version. I also have the non-musical version that came out first, the film version, I guess you would say. Robin Hood Men in Tights is one of my favorites. God. Sorry if you could hear that. My windows are open because it's actually cool outside. And it was like 1,000 degrees in here when I came home. Anyway, it's got Dave Chappelle. I always butcher his name. Gary Yules. Sorry if I said that wrong. From The Princess Bride. And I'm sure you've heard jokes from Men in Tights before without realizing that you were hearing a joke from Men in Tights if you've never seen the film. So, yeah. You know the song. We're men in tights. We roam around the forest looking fights. Yeah. Awesome. This is another, I guess it's kind of humor. It's definitely an acquired taste because it's British humor, but it's the full Monty. My fiance does not understand British humor. He doesn't think it's funny. It's lost. This is one of my favorites. I actually watched this because they were talking about it on VH1. Remember, we love the 90s. And it looked funny. So, I bought it. It's got, oh my god, why can't I remember any of these people's names now that I'm doing the freaking movie, the freaking video? Robert Carlyle, that's it. The only other thing I've seen him in is, it's a lie, I've seen him in 2 things. Angela's Ashes, he was the dad, and 28 Weeks Later, he was also the dad. Mark Addy, he's in that show. He's in some American show. Life According to... No, that's not it. Can't remember the name of the show, but he's in it. And also, what's his name? Tom Wilkinson, who plays Cornwallis in The Patriot. Plays Cornwallis. He's been in a lot of movies. Of course, can't think of any off the top of my head right now, but there you go. So, this is about, takes place in Sheffield in the UK, which is sort of a depressed town, and I think it's steel factories that have kind of gone under, and a lot of guys are out of work, so, yeah, so the main character, Robert Carlyle, gets this idea that they should create basically a male strip act, and they do, but, you know, it's not as simple as all that. There's a lot of other stuff that goes on during the movie. He's, for example, trying to impress his son, who is in the lives with his mother and her new boyfriend, her new husband. So, but it's really good, and there are a lot of really touching moments in it, and a lot of hilarious moments. It's actually also a Broadway musical, if you're interested in that. This is a classic. Super who you are. If you have seen Super Troopers and you didn't like it, there is something wrong with you. This movie is, oh my god, I could watch this movie 100,000 times and never get tired of it. It reminds me of college, and it reminds me of my best friend. He and I quote this constantly. So yeah, this is a great movie. It's so funny. And it's made by Broken Lizard. All of these guys, they also did Beer Fest and Club Dread, which wasn't really that good, but Beer Fest was really good. So yeah, really funny movie. This is another good one. The Birdcage, based on the Broadway musical La Cage aux Folles. It stars so many people: Robin Williams, Nathan Lane, Christine Baranski, Diane West, Gene Hackman. Wow, can't believe I totally just lost that name. Callista Flockhart as the daughter, and it's about a gay couple who own a nightclub, the Birdcage, in Florida, and their son is, well, I mean, Nathan Lane is sort of the adopted father. Their son gets engaged to the daughter of a senator who is in the middle of a lot of controversy at the moment. So they escaped out to the Birdcage, and there's this huge scheme set up by the son to try and get his father to pretend he's straight and bring back his birth mother to act like they're a couple, so they don't set off the parents. The son and the daughter are actually very young, so it's kind of that they're getting married, but it's really good. One of Nathan Lane's best, I have to say. He's a genius. I just love him. This next one, I'm getting so excited because this weekend is the 1st of September, which officially is fall for me. Fall is my favorite season, and Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. I will be putting out my fall decorations this weekend. Yes. And I will be watching this movie, Hocus Pocus. This came out when I was young, like 7, in the early 90s. It stars Sarah Jessica Parker, believe it or not, before she was Carrie Bradshaw, Bette Midler, I love, and Kathy Najimy, who does the voice of Peggy Hill on King of the Hill, and also was in Sister Act, as well as a bunch of other things. But I love this. This takes place in Salem, Massachusetts, and I actually, in grad school, did not live too far from Salem and went during Haunted Happenings, which is this huge thing they have all month of October. Sorry about that, I accidentally hit the stop recording button. Anyway, so yeah, I actually got to go into some of the locations they used for filming while I was in Salem. I love this movie. It's got a very young Thora Birch as the little sister. So yeah, really good. I will be watching this many, many times before Halloween. I have to admit, I am totally a zombie loving freak. I love zombie movies. I love I love The Walking Dead. I have the comics. I read the novel, Rise of the Governor. I love zombies. And Shaun of the Dead is one of my all-time favorite zombie movies. First of all, the trio of Edgar Wright, Simon Pegg, and Nick Frost. It's the Holy Trinity, okay? It is amazing. They are amazing together. And they're actually doing a trilogy called The Blood and Cream this was the first one, and then Hot Fuzz was the second one, and the third one has not come out yet. But it's a zombie romantic comedy sort of thing. It's hilarious. So good. Rango. I love this. We saw this in the theaters, and yeah, it's a kids movie, but it's definitely appeals to the adult audience too, because Rango is having an existential crisis, and there are a lot of references to, things like Clint Eastwood and other stuff young kids would not get, but so good. The cast is awesome. It's got Johnny Depp, Ray Winstone, I believe, is in it. Oh God, yeah, Bill Nighy, who is Scrimgeour in Harry Potter, and he's also in Shaun of the Dead. Harry Dean Stanton, Timothy Olyphant, he plays the Clint Eastwood character. Abigail Breslin, Alfred Molina, and Isla Fisher, the Grace Redhead from Wedding Crashers. So this is really good. I love this movie. And I love it too because I'm a fan of Westerns, which you will see in a little bit. So, I love Rango. Some of these are kind of dusty. The Boondock Saints. Oh my God. What can I say about the Boondock Saints? It's awesome. It's got Sean Patrick Flannery and Norman Reedus, who is currently in The Walking Dead as Daryl Dixon. And it's about two Irish brothers in Boston, which is one of my favorite places in the world. And it's also got Willem Dafoe as an FBI agent. The second one was okay. It was definitely appealing more to a mass audience, where this was sort of a cult classic for a really long time. It's also got the comedian Bob Marley. He's especially popular in New England, particularly Maine. But yeah, vigilante justice at its finest. Reefer Madness. Oh, Reefer Madness. This is based off of the 1930s scare film that was used to tell people how bad marijuana was. This was originally a musical, stage musical, and it wasn't open very long, and then Showtime made it into a movie, and they used pretty much the entire original cast from the musical. I think there were only a couple of changes. It's got Christian Campbell and Nev Campbell, siblings. Kristen Bell, who is an amazing singer, by the way. It's got Alan Cumming and a guest hire who's actually a pretty well-known musical Broadway actress. You know her from SNL. Steven Weber from Wings. Oh God, who else? I said Alan Cumming and John Cassier. I don't know if you know him. I looked him up on IMDb, and the only other thing I've seen him in is that Disney movie Pocahontas. He does the voice of Meeko the raccoon, so that's interesting. My pile is gonna topple over, I can just feel it. Dead Poets Society. I was an English major as an undergrad. I grew up wanting to be a writer, so my dad made me watch this movie, and I was actually pretty young. It kind of scarred me. Not really scarred me, but there are some situations in here that are like, for a young kid, one of the characters does commit suicide, so that it's very sad, but again, based on a true story. It's got Robin Williams. He plays a teacher at an all-boys school in the original school is in Connecticut. I think the school in the movie is also in Connecticut. It stars, oh my Pulp Fiction. Huge, huge Quentin Tarantino fan, so in fact, let me do this together. Inglourious Basterds. I love Quentin Tarantino. I don't care what anyone says. I love him. These are probably my two favorite QT movies. I've seen Inglourious Basterds more times than I can count. And my fiance and I sometimes call each other Pumpkin and Honey Bunny from the opening scene with Tim Roth and Amanda something or other. Plummer. In this film, it's John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson. Oh my god, who else is in it? Tim Roth, Eric Stoltz, who was in Memphis Belle, actually. Ving Rhames, Christopher Walken, Bruce Willis, Harvey Keitel, Uma Thurman. It's an all-star cast. And I'm sure you know Pulp Fiction. It's all over pop culture. And Inglourious Basterds is the most recent that's out. He does have another movie coming out in Christmas called Django Unchained, which looks like it's gonna be awesome. It's got Leonardo DiCaprio and Christoph Waltz, who was in Inglourious Basterds. He played Hans. Wow. He played the Nazi, the Jew under his nickname was in this movie. So yeah. It's also got Diane Kruger and Brad Pitt, Eli Roth. Yeah, it's awesome. This next film, you have to say the title like this. The Departed. You can't call it The Departed. It's The Departed. This is a Martin Scorsese film. Marty is another one of my all-time favorite directors. It's got Leo DiCaprio, Mark Wahlberg, Matt Damon, Jack Nicholson. It's actually got a really good, pretty good all-star cast. Oh my god, this is so good. Oh, Goodfellas is also by Martin Scorsese. Takes place in Boston. Jack Nicholson's character is loosely based on Whitey Bulger. If you don't know him, Google it. He was a guy pretty high up in the Boston mob, but nobody knows what happened to him. So yeah, The Departed takes place in Boston. That's why I'm saying it like that. Okay, we've got our final three here. Watchmen. Yes, I read the graphic novel, and yes, I still liked the movie. I don't care that they changed the ending. The alien worked fine in the graphic novel. In the movie, it would have been stupid. And a lot of people said, well, if they couldn't keep it the same, then they shouldn't have made it into a movie in the first place. I disagree. I think the movie was still fantastic. It's got Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Malin Ackerman. What's his name? Oh my god, this is awful. Jackie Earle Haley, Patrick Wilson, that's the guy I was trying to think of. Billy Crudup, Carlo Gugino. I love this movie, and I love the opening montage. Oh my god, it's so good. We love Pixar, and I have to say, Ratatouille is my favorite Pixar film. Patton Oswalt is the voice of the mouse, the rat. It's just so good. Takes place in Paris. Remy, the rat's name, takes place in Paris. It's also liked the original with John Wayne, but I also really like this version. I love the Coen brothers. I love Jeff Bridges. Oh my god, I love Jeff Bridges. He's an amazing actor. And I thought this version was phenomenal. I've read the book. I thought it was perfect. Almost exactly word for word. Oh, so good. And Matt Damon is awesome in it. And the music is beautiful. The imagery in the filmography is gorgeous. So yeah, True Grit. I just love when Rooster Cogburn, who is played by Jeff Bridges, is facing down the outlaw at the end. And it's just him and like a group of guys. And he puts his reins in his mouth and whips out his guns and he says, "Fill your hands, you son of a bitch." And he just bolts towards him. Oh my god, it's so good. And I'm a huge nerd, but I don't care. It's so good. And I love Josh Brolin too, so. Good. So yeah, that is a huge selection of some of my favorite films, and this video is probably like 5 hours long. I haven't been keeping track, but let me know you like The Whisper. It's hard for me to whisper because I'm naturally a loud person. But this is my first. No, it's not. It's a The Hands video. I was gonna say it's my first non-roleplay, but that's not true. I prefer to do soft talking rather than whispering, but let me know what you think. I know people have different triggers, so I try to do what I would like. Because that's the best gauge that I have, but let me know in the comments what you guys think. Okay, I promise I will not be as gone. Oh my gosh, I cannot freaking talk tonight. I will not be gone for as long this next time, and I'll try to do a video. Maybe I'll do another one this week. Since my fiance is out of town, I have a lot of free time because I don't have to, we're not running errands or